second and I'll get over to you guys. And yes, I am making a cutting board like none I've made before. Still drunken. Hey, G Sweeney, how you doing? You guys just give me a second here, I'll turn down my music. So what's everybody got going on? Oh, thank you, user, whatever that is, user of FG Micey. Tonight I'm making a cutting board. I'm making two different cutting boards. There's gonna be this. It's gonna be the drunken style. So we're gonna have like straight lines in the chaos of the drunken board, and also the grain's going a different way than it is on this. So that's gonna be fun. And then I'm doing the same thing with this bonus board I had. I'm gonna put it on the top of this one, same like this. So when the squares appear for the drunken style. Some of them are gonna be two-tone, maybe have a stripe through them, and the other ones are just gonna be this really pretty cherry color. It's gonna be pretty cool, I believe. So, arsenic Neptune. Oh, that's a good one. How I got into woodworking? I've always been interested in building things and making things, so I did. As much as I could with the very few tools that I had as a kid. But I built up my skills over the years, and eventually I took wood shop in high school for 3 years. I had the great fortune to move right between junior and senior year. That was fun. I got to move from a very small town to a very large town, didn't know a damn person, so it really sucks. But other than that, I've just always been interested in building, and so I've just learned by doing a lot of things. Some things I was shown how to do, either on the job or right when I needed to. I worked for a custom cabinet maker for 8 years. And I've actually been doing cabinetry professionally since 1998, and I have 25 years professionally in my trade. Somebody's asking, do you make a swivel one, Country Club Girl? Are you talking like a Lazy Susan? Because I will be, and I can add that. If somebody buys a board, they can put it on, we can put it on there. Bob Bradshaw, yeah, this is not a flag. These are just gonna be cool drunken style cutting boards. I'll show you what I mean. They're gonna be like this. And this is kind of one of the odder patterns. I make them different sizes. This isn't a board, this is just a chop off piece. But see the difference in the squares? Hammer, yeah. Talking about MC Hammer. Hold up. What's my favorite type of wood? I have to say Purple Heart. Look who just came to join me. Oh, he hasn't seen me all day. Oh, he's a good boy. Yes. Now that I'm not in my shop all day, every day, he misses me and I miss him. Oh yes, tell me all about it, buddy. Good boy. Okay.
I stopped him in his tracks. Usually he'll go wander, and I said, is she in here?
Oh
and
yeah?
He stops and he starts running for the door.
Oh, he loves me. Arsenic Neptune. Yeah, wood is expensive nowadays. And that's why I try to use every little scrap. I had a bunch of pieces of this fall off. I call it, instead of scrap sometimes. Well, it is really hard to concentrate with Mike Love playing.
It really is.
If you guys don't turn it. If you guys don't already listen to Mike Love, you are missing out. And I'm not talking about the Beach Boy. I'm talking about Mike Love reggae scener. He's phenomenal. What I have on loop on all my music is it's called Mike Love at Home in Hawaii. It really is that good. It is definitely life-changing. Carrie D77, you have to email me. It's in my bio, and it's also the same as this, as my name, 2 Girls 1 Cut with a double T, and that's at Gmail. Right now, I just have a few of the, well, friend had me hold this and has not responded, so it's off hold now.
I brought everything else too.
Oh, okay. And we will, these little feet, these are little non-slip feet with stainless steel screws and metal in them so that they're not going to rust. Oh no, that's me hooked now. There's wood and a dog. Yeah, Mary, I mean, this dog, does he get any better? Come here, buddy. This dog is just the best. And I never had a little dog. I was always like, why would people have little dogs? Now I know. What are you doing, buddy? You don't want to say hi? Look at him, how cute he is. He knows there's a bunch of cats around here to sniff. Good boy. Okay, before I get confused on what I'm doing.
Here I go throwing you.
It's hard to listen to something that good and be able to keep your train of thought. Thank you, Katie. We're gonna take these pieces of wood and put them together and cut them out and turn them into the drunken style board like this. Only these are gonna be this is gonna be a pretty pinkish color. It's cherry wood, this. And then this doesn't have any cherry in it, but it's got a bunch of other different types of wood. So when it turns into this, it's gonna be pretty cool, I think. So I've got two of these, and these are this is one I made a few years ago. Just had it laying around in my house. And it's got, let's see, maple, mahogany, maple, padauk. That looks to me like it's probably still mahogany, although it looks teakish. I know I didn't buy no teak. You don't want to buy no teak. That's expensive. I mean, it's always better because of it's waterproof, but.
Arsenic Neptune says, last time I was here, you were teaching USA measurements.
Oh, Arctic Neptune, you tuned in to my my measuring class. Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that we're here for that. Honestly, I did post that that last class, let's just call it. I posted it to my YouTube channel, so if you guys have a chance or you feel like it, you can go check it out over there on my YouTube channel. It's the same as my name here. And I have some exciting things happening. Not just this cutting board. So what I want to do is start doing free classes on here. Like where we, it is interactive to a degree, but it's going to be me trying to teach. Like what I mean to a degree is you can ask a question. Hopefully I get to your question. If not, you can message me. But I want to be able to have like a little free class for certain things at a time, like how to use a screw gun or a drill, or how to fasten things. You know, there's going to be how to cut, how to use a handsaw, a skill saw, easy things like that. And I need your guys' input because turnout for the measurement class last week was great. And if you guys are all home around this time of night, we can do the classes like about 5:30 to 6:30, maybe every Tuesday. What do you guys think about that?
Or every other.
Oh, every other Tuesday. So it's gonna be Two Girls Tools Day. Tools Day. So that you can tune in and go, and then I'll post them all to my YouTube channel. TikTok allowing, which means sometimes they say there was a technical difficulty and you can't retrieve your live to repost it. So kind of sucks, but we'll do what we can. So yeah, every other Tuesday, I'm gonna start this, and I think we'll start next Tuesday. It's about 5:30 to 6:30. I'm gonna show you how to use a tool. You can ask me questions, whatever. It's free. And
that's been your dream, is to be able to teach people, right?
Well, yeah.
Without having it to cost any money.
Yeah, so that is what I'm all on TikTok for. Not the fame and the fortune, maybe a little fortune, but you know, my dream is to really empower anybody out there who does not know how to use tools, or maybe you do know how to use tools a little bit and you just don't know how to go about figuring out how to build something. Well, I want to change that for all you out there, and so that's what I'm trying to do. So if you guys tune in, it's not going to be, I'm not going to charge. I'm not going to do that subscription thing where everybody pays. It's just going to be free of charge because I want to make it available to everybody. So I'm sticking these boards together like I've never done it before.
Let's see, sounds great. Arsenic Neptune, can you build a treehouse like the ones on TV?
Arsenic Neptune, can I build a treehouse like the ones on TV? Yes. And you know, the ones on TV are actually right down the street from where I work. They're actually located here. One of them is. They were on TV.
Dragon Lady 25 wants to learn how to use a router, so that's good.
Ooh, Dragon Lady, a router. That's going to be really cool because there's so many things that you can do and create. You can make moldings. You can make doors. You can just give things different looks. There's so many things that you can do. Like if you say, oh, I want to make a picture frame out of whatever. Let's say you have a piece of barnwood. It's really easy to use a router to make that little indentation, which is actually called a rabbet with an E, not an I. And you can make such cool things. So I'm excited because we're all going to learn, well, you all are going to learn that don't know already, how to use the tools every other week. It'll be alive right here at 5:30 to 6:30. Teaching you how to use a different tool.
Everyone, I'm a licensed general contractor, but haven't been in the field in years.
Okay.
I'm definitely in for that. Oh, I'm definitely in it for the fame.
Who's in it for the fame?
That would be Eli Polite.
Eli, you should be famous. Thanks for joining us. Eli, you make some crazy stuff on the lathe. And I haven't picked up a lathe in quite a while, but I'm planning to. And I'm definitely going to be asking you questions. So if you guys haven't checked out Eli Polite, he is a magician at wood turning. Just how you glued up that stock is just fabulous. So that's the dark wood with the little maple strips in it all the way around. Arsenic Neptune. And $250,000 for a treehouse, I better be able to live in it if I'm paying that much for it. But no, it really depends. It really depends on absolutely everything. There's not one standard. There's not, it's always this. It's never that. People ask me before, oh, how much for a kitchen? What's usual? There is no usual. Everything's different. Classes, yes, we are going to do classes here every other Tuesday night for an hour at 5:30 to 6:30, just on how to use this tool, all about it. You can ask questions and all that kind of thing.
We're also strategizing on how to do something hands-on as well.
Okay, and what I'm doing right now, I actually have a meeting with somebody Saturday to figure out how to hold workshops here in my physical shop as well. And those would have to be paid, but you can also just learn from me right here. So if you want to have a hands-on experience and travel all the way over here, then great. It might cost you a little bit, but on here is fine. Eastern time, no, this is all Pacific Standard Time.
West Coast is the best coast.
We are in California. Can't even with Levi. Yes, his stuff is insane. Okay, wait, Tracy Tweed, any tips on hanging upper cabinets? Well, there's a broad subject. Make sure that you are screwing into the studs. Hopefully your cabinet, depends, if you're buying IKEA, you have this mounting plate that goes on the wall, you screw it to the wall, you hang it on there. There's so many different things, but if you want to at least keep it code here in California, make sure that your bottom of your upper cabinet from the floor is at least 54 inches. If you have, Tracy, more questions about that and you'd like to give me more info, you can always message me if I don't catch you on here.
They're requesting a class on crown molding. By the way, you're so awesome.
Oh, thank you. Class on crown molding? Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
We'll do that. I mean, what I want to do is start doing these classes for beginners. That way nobody's left behind, but we will be throwing in the occasional more advanced kind of subject matter. And then I want to get you guys all to, by spring, be able to make with me. Those of you that have never picked up a tool in your life, we want to make a planter box of some sort. If you live in an apartment or something, maybe it could just be very small. I'm gonna make some raised planter beds for my house. So I want to have you guys do that along with me. Jason White, okay, go to my profile page and there is a little black play button down below. If you hit that play button, it takes you right to my YouTube. Otherwise, it's the same name here as it is on YouTube.
Joseph says, can we get one about hammers?
Joseph, what is your obsession with the hammers? You want to go over like the weights and what they're for?
All right, let's see.
I mean, if it's a mallet, then you got a show.
What part of California are you in?
I am in Atascadero, California. Jason White, you cannot find it? Oh, Holly Budka. Okay. You guys, just go to my page. Just go to my page and then go down to the little play button. It's a black play button. It should be on there. You touch that and it takes you straight to my YouTube channel. Here's what it looks like. Oh, look at it. Okay, so that's the play button right there, that black play button. And if you're looking for my YouTube channel, it is, I don't know what you guys are seeing because my screen name here is 2 Girls 1 Cut, spelled out, and cut has 2 T's in it. Some people it comes up as Amy Kendrick, and you won't find my YouTube channel if you're going for my actual name. But if you go for my TikTok screen name, the number 2, and then girls, the word, Girls, the number 1, and then CUTT, that's my YouTube channel. Okay, we're gonna walk over and I'm gonna cut this.
Halo Kitty says, if Joseph is obsessed with hammers, I'm obsessed with clamps.
Way to go.
And I missed all of the other questions because I wanted to show that thing.
Oh, okay.
So there's
you can
quite a few
You
in
can
there.
scroll back.
I can't because I had to. It refreshed all.
Oh, damn it.
Yep.
Okay, sorry if you guys got. Okay, great, Holly Budka. If you guys, I forgot what I was going to say. If you guys have any questions that didn't get answered, my lovely assistant, ask them again because she had to refresh to show you guys my screen.
Eli Polite says, I'll trade you a turning for a board.
Oh, Eli, you got a deal. I will trade you any day of the week. Yoli Prunetta, you have to email me to get one of the boards. I have just a few left. And I'm actually, right now, I'm making 2 different styles of drunken cutting boards that I've never made before. So it's pretty exciting.
Capricorn Lover is from Chico, California, but recently moved to southern Kansas. Ooh.
Oh. Who was that? Capricorn?
That would be Capricorn Lover 88.
Capricorn Lover. That is a switch from Chico to Kansas?
Southern Kansas, I mean.
Now you're in Kansas. Evermore.
Let me see. Oh, someone asked what you're planning to do with the plywood in the back of you.
What am I planning to do with the plywood in back of me? Actually, I had no plans for it. You know why it's there? Because it makes a way better background than this mess I got going on over here. You see all this? I got my scraps for my next board or whatever. Last time I made out of these strips of walnut a few little kind of baskets for the bathroom at my house. So this plywood, that kind of plywood I don't really use for I wouldn't use in cabinet making, let's say. It's just too rough of a plywood, which is, you know, the stuff that you're gonna find at the big box stores. That stuff is not for cabinet making.
Let's do a roll call. Let's find out where everybody's from.
Roll call. Okay, Colorado, Arsenic Neptune. Okay, where is everybody from?
Or where do they live?
Wait, okay, I know you like the background better. See, I'm trying to make it like if I cleaned the shop, you know, and I didn't. There's sawdust on the ground. Oh,
there you go.
there we go.
All right, make it look legit. Let me see. Oh gosh, I love it, everybody. Let's see here. Oh, fun. Okay. Oh, got a question about, do you ever make chessboards? That's
I have not
Ken
made.
Burgess.
I have not made a chessboard yet, but I plan to because I have a few chess aficionados in my house.
So we have a Pennsylvania in the house, Virginia, Las Vegas.
Oh, Vegas,
A messy shop is a working shop.
Virginia.
We got Tennessee.
Okay, a messy shop is a working shop, and I totally know that. But
Like
I'm one of those
kitchen.
people that cannot relax. It's hard to build when I have to move things out of my way. Every machine I go to, it doesn't do me any good. Let's say.
Jason White's in the UK.
Jason White, you're in the UK. That's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna agree with you. Biffer 87, go Chiefs.
North Carolina, Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
The Poconos, Rochester, New York, Delaware.
Dang, you guys are from
Red
all
Oak,
over.
Iowa, Michigan, Utah. Where can I get that apron you're wearing?
The apron was bought for me as a gift from my lovely assistant, and it is made by EcoZen. ECOZEN.
I'll try and make a link to it in your bio.
Yeah, she's gonna try to put a link to it in my bio.
We don't get anything for it, but you always get complimented.
I
on
can
it.
build anything, but I don't know how to do computery kind of stuff, which I'm learning at my new spot, because you guys know I retired from building, right? I'm only doing this as a hobby now, and I want to teach. That's why every other Tuesday night, starting Tuesday, right here, we're gonna have a class on tools until we have gone over tools till we can't go over them anymore. And then we're gonna start building stuff.
We've got Montana, Raleigh, North Carolina, Louisiana, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Oh.
I have some roots over there. Okay, somebody asked what this pencil is. This is a Pika. Pika. Okay,
Let me see.
and what it is a carpenter's pencil. And not like a framer's pencil because the lead is usually too pointy, but I mean, I guess whoever can use it. It has a little sharpener at the edge. You just go like this to stick the lead out, and it's really thick. Like I'm marking on wood, and it's not snapping or breaking. I mean, that's pretty thick.
Okay, and we've got
And it just fits in your pocket, and you can pull this in and out.
Maryland, North Carolina, Utah, Seattle, New Mexico, Washington State,
Wow, you guys are from every corner of the woods, aren't you?
Sacktown,
Sacktown.
Fort Lauderdale, Richmond, Virginia, New Jersey.
How Sacktown are you?
Well, it was I said Sacktown, they said Sacramento.
Who's from Sacramento? I wanna know.
Let's see. Kansas.
Got questions.
Vermont, Springfield, Missouri.
Ah,
Been there.
Springfield. Well, it amazes me how many people are on here from just different places. It's so cool. I've had people from Ireland tune in.
Orcutt, now live in Manatee, California.
Ah, Orchid. I went to school there. To Rigetti.
What's your opinion, Milwaukee or DeWalt?
My opinion on Milwaukee or DeWalt,
Honestly.
Makita. That's my opinion. I really have no problem, and I know that the Milwaukee tools are great, and so are the DeWalts, just at a cheaper price point. As far as longevity, I don't know which one lasts longer. You probably should read a consumer report on that, but blue's my favorite color. I couldn't do Milwaukee, and DeWalt is not, to me, professional grade. As far as their hand tools like this. Now, when it comes to their nail guns or their chop saw, yeah, DeWalt all day long. I don't have any experience with Milwaukee, so I'm not talking bad about them. I just never used them.
Oregon, Atlanta, Iowa, Kansas City, go Chiefs.
Festoon, you must mean Festool, and Festool's great, but there's no way in hell I'm paying those kind of prices.
San Antonio, Texas, Iowa, Washington, Colorado.
Woo!
I love woodworking. I'm in Ohio.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's Robert Seymour.
Robert.
They're saying,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Florida.
Florida.
Central Illinois. Marshfield, Massachusetts, 17 minutes from Cape Cod.
Ooh.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay, I gotta have to cut this now.
Oklahoma City. Iowa, go Chiefs. Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Go Chiefs.
LA. What's your
Let's make sure these are stuck together.
What's your intake on butcher board? I want to do our countertops.
Okay, butcher block countertops, those can be awesome. And they can also be a nightmare depending on, are you trying to put a sink, like an undermount sink with the butcher block coming over it? That's a question because you really need to seal them. That's the only thing about butcher blocks is you need to seal the hell out of all four sides. Even if you had to seal it with something different on the sides and on the bottom that you wouldn't see so that you don't have to reseal it again, and maybe use something lighter on the top, but they can be excellent in most cases and last a long time. It's just moisture. If you had a sink or something to cut in, that'd be the only time that I would take extra caution.
And that was Stephen Howard. We have got a user 1488. Hey, lady cabinet maker here in Vermont.
Woo, lady cabinet maker.
So you grew up in Paso, live in Michigan, Georgia, Southern Cali, Oregon. I
Dang.
just lost it. No,
You guys are-
It's like 30 back. I'm trying here.
Sorry, you guys are going too fast for the lovely, the incomparable helper.
Let me see. I'm totally excited. I want to go see everybody. I want to go on a trip.
Okay, we have...
Arsenic Neptune says it's like a welder's pencil.
Okay, then Arctic Neptune is also has a question.
Okay.
What's the best advice you'd give to a welder who wants to do all trades? I would say go for it because if you know how to weld, it's kind of this very similar concept to cutting wood and fastening it together. Only I want to say that welding it's got to be easier sometimes, right? Because like when I'm driving a screw in something and sometimes the wood will split or you just never know what's going to happen. But I would totally go for it.
Let me see. We did have a comedian in the house, and that was...
Who was the comedian?
Neil Norris says, hello, I'm from my mother.
Neil?
Neil Norman.
Neil Norman.
No, Neil Norris.
Neil Norris, aren't you a funny guy? Well, nice to meet you.
Virginia, Pennsylvania, Cypress, Texas. A Vermont cabinet maker. Boston here, love you. Key West, Sacktown.
Sacktown.
I think I have COVID.
Oh my God, who has COVID?
That's Arsenic Neptune.
Hey, Jim C. How you doing? Okay, I'm gonna cut this, so I'm gonna set you guys up right here.
Do you know how to make 3D drunken things like a bassinet?
3D drunken things like a bassinet. Why not? Okay, so the question isn't usually can I make it? It is have I made it yet? Because honestly, I can make anything. I can't like turn like water into wine, but I don't even think anybody's ever done that. So
Tom says, love your work. I made my own butcher block countertops. On
sorry, you guys.
my
I'm trying to
home.
set this up.
It was fun to keep up the good.
Oh, all right. There we go.
Baltimore, Minnesota, thermal wood. I'm trying to get everybody's stuff in here.
Okay. Here we go. Look at all the leftovers I've got here.
Tracy said, my daughter bought a HUD home and I rented a sander and finished all the floors in her new home.
That's awesome. I like to hear when people have done their own things.
Big Pop wants to see some cutting.
Okay, Big Pop, we're about to cut right now. I'm getting ready. Getting ready. Here we go. Let me get my safety glasses.
What's the trophy for?
The trophy is for handball. And not the kind you play with the big round ball. This is the little blue ball.
Can you do a class on circular saws?
Yes, I'm going to do a class on every single tool that I use so that you guys can learn that. So now what I'm doing right now is I'm setting this up. I see lots of people
What you making?
on TikTok. Okay, so what I'm making is some more of the drunken style cutting boards. I see lots of people on TikTok, especially, cutting out little pieces of wood, like let's say this big, with this big old blade exposed. That is an easy way to have an accident, and not a happy accident. So you want to keep your your saw guide here just about 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 inch above. Let's see if you guys can see this all here. Get the drama. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay. Now this one's heavy, so it's very important that my saw table doesn't tilt. So I'm just gonna double check to make sure my blocks, because I had to like put supports that I came up with underneath it. Ah, see, we got a mover. We got a mover! So,
happy accidents?
No, there's no happy accidents in woodworking. Not usually. If you get more out of a board, a happy accident in woodworking is when you plan your material out and you end up with extra. You don't run short by even a piece. That's a happy accident. Otherwise, no. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats. Tip your waitress. Okay, I'm gonna start here. There's the first cut. All right, let me set that here. That thing's heavy. Whew.
Please, says demonstrate wood shop is coming back to me.
Yeah, wood shop. This was my favorite thing to use in a wood shop. One of the first things I learned to make was one of these. One of these here. If you don't know what this is called a push stick. So that when your board is going through the saw and it's too close to the fence for your hands to be, you use this and you push it through. And you can see, sometimes it gets pretty small. But this was one of the best things I learned how to make on a bandsaw. A little sander here and there, kind of contour it. I even put a little oil on it, a little finish. Yes, Sweeney, the first cut is the deepest. All right.
Why no gloves?
Why no gloves?
Yes.
I would never want to use gloves around a saw blade or anything that spins. Very dangerous. If just one little piece of that glove that you might be wearing catches, your hand is going to go definitely be pulled into the blade. Like, this isn't a, this would still be bad on one of these. Yeah, Eli, no gloves ever. When I see people wearing gloves doing woodworking, I immediately scroll past because I don't want to watch what's going to happen next. Is Purple Heartwood expensive? Yes, Arsenic, Neptune, and it's very difficult to get right now. So if you have any, send some over here to the West Coast. You got a thank you. Lady Barbara, second of a name. She's spelling a thank you.
I've watched you do this and it still baffles me when I see the finished product. Love your work.
Who said that?
That's my style, my choice.
My style, my choice. Same for me. I make these and it still baffles me that that's how they turn out. That's why this one I think is going to be really crazy looking. Because it's going to have kind of stripe and then just solid kind of pinkish cherry. Oh, it's going to be nice.
Will you be making the entire thing tonight?
No, I will not be making the entire board tonight. It's not possible because I have to let the glue set up between steps for 24 hours. So it literally takes at least 3 days.
No strings unturned.
Dang, Eli, I need some of that Purple Heart.
Video also says no long sleeves ever, very dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous to wear long sleeves. That's why I gotta push them back.
Chris, and I'm not sure if this is what he meant, but he said, did you learn this in prison?
Actually, no, I didn't learn it in prison. I learned accounting in prison. No, actually, I've never been to prison.
Ken Burgess asked, what's the most expensive wood you've used?
The most expensive I've ever used? Probably teak.
Teak.
Jeez.
Let me see. Rail Spike 27 says yellow heart, on the other hand, is very expensive here.
Yeah, everything's more expensive in California, guaranteed. Especially when it all comes out of the eastern side of the country.
And Eli Polite said that shipping would cost more than $7 a board foot.
Yeah, I bet it would. All right, next board.
sawdust happen. He was very impressed.
Who wants to see some sawdust happen?
That was tick-tock.
Here it is. Woo!
And he said
I got plenty.
And he said rosewood is the most expensive that he's used.
Oh yeah, rosewood. I haven't even seen rosewood in years. Hopper. It's pretty interesting, the smell of all these woods together when it's being cut. Crazy looking, isn't it?
How often do you have to change the blade?
I have to change the blade, which is pretty stupid to say, as often as when it's dull. And it really just depends on how many cuts I've done and how hard is the wood. So there's not really like a set time. It's kind of a as needed. And I probably go through one blade per about 30 to 40 large cutting boards.
I love your work, and look at that tongue going. He's super concentrated. I do the same thing.
Who spotted me doing that?
That's Kyle.
Kyle, I do that. I can't help it. I'm always licking my lips when I'm concentrating. I'm like this. And I hate it. I watch myself back on videos and I'm like, oh my God. No wonder my lips aren't chapped. If you guys are trying to make any of these boards at home, it's not critical that you cut right on the line. As long as you just keep it flowing through the saw so you don't have any dips or... Big Pop, Paduk does smell good. I think it's this mahogany that I'm cutting into that smells kind of odd. But I never did like mahogany dust. The wood itself is beautiful.
So where else does that look like?
Okay, wait. This is a good chance to tell everybody that while somebody is using a saw or a tool, don't disturb them. Wait till they're done. I'm already disturbed. Oh, you know what? I think that's babinga in there too.
I think it is the pizza.
Should I be wearing a dust mask? Yes. That sound that it's making and kind of jumping is from there's a little cup like this. The bottom piece kind of cups a little bit, so it kind of jumps. Okay, last cut. right, now we got both of these boards cut. Now we can flip-flop our pieces and glue them together.
So Rail Spike 27 says, because he's in Texas.
Rail Spike?
Yes, he was the one that said that it was the yellow heart.
Yeah, yellow heart.
Yeah, is expensive, yeah. But he said Brazilian kingwood here in Texas is going for $100 a board foot.
Jeez, Brazilian kingwood at $100 a foot? That's gnarly. Yeah, the teak around here, Burmese teak, I think last time I looked, it was about close to $50 a foot. Oh, put you on the wrong side.
Let me see. Not much drift on that bandsaw. User 1488 says.
Yeah, the drift on the bandsaw is minimal because it has to be. Otherwise, these boards would turn out like crap. But if you've seen them, you see that the pieces fit nice and snug.
Holly loves your watch band.
Oh, thanks for liking my watch band, Holly. The lovely, beautiful, incomparable lady, second of her name, got me that.
Let me see here. I'm looking. Oh, I told GS Sweeney because they were asking what size is that board going to be, and he said I'll ask.
How big is it?
What size of the boards are going to be that you're going to make?
Okay, let's see. G Sweeney, let me bend you all around here so you can. This phone holding thing is a pain in the butt. Okay, so this board is going to be 2 of each size that I'm making, because that's how many you get when you do these drunken cutting boards. So one's gonna be 11 1/4 by 10 1/4, and let me grab the other one.
Kyle, the person that said she was recognizing your tongue action.
Oh, Kyle, watching the tongue.
Says, I don't know your background, but I've got a lot of German and was always told that's why.
Okay, Kyle, I do have German roots. My mom's side of the family comes from Italy, Germany, and my dad's side of the family, I have native Mexican American native roots for being in California before it was California, and then Okie, Oklahoma. So that's my roots.
What is babinga?
Babinga is a type of hardwood.
Okay. Woven cutting boards? Question mark.
Not woven. These are the drunken style. That's like this, or like this. I make these like different sizes and stuff.
Ken Burgess says, "Is it boko wood? Smells like dill pickles when you cut it."
Boca wood?
BOCOTE.
Bocota? Smells like pickles. I would love to see that wood. There's so many types of wood out there, and we're kind of just stuck with whatever, you know, in the industry sells, because that's just the way it is.
Friends of Florence. Oh my God, your page name, LOL.
Friends of Florence, welcome to Two Girls, One Cut.
And if that's Florence and the Machine, then I'm all about it. Okay. I have a log of Australian red gum, 14,000 years old, from a riverbed. It's pitch black.
Oh my God, the gum.
That's Eli.
Eli, come on. I might have to go out to Texas. I'll bring you aboard. Hook a sister up. Now what I'm doing is separating these two so that I can flip-flop them. And if you haven't joined me on a live when I've been building these cutting boards before, they will turn out to look like these. I'm doing a whole different thing. I'm using a board that has these stripes first, and then I'm using a board with no stripes.
You want to move that?
What?
Move this.
This?
Yes, so we can see what you're doing.
Oh, well, let me move back a little bit. See, I'm trying to get it all in the picture for y'all here, but my director doesn't like it. Okay, so when these boards turn out, this was what the board underneath will look like, the pinkish area, and then this dark area could be, we'll have a stripe of the white maple down it too. So I've never made one this style before, but I figured, why not?
Let me see. So G Sweeney,
What's G Sweeney say? What'd Gil say?
Let me see. Amy Bedtime for Bonos here. The board you just put up is how big and cost? I don't know which one it is.
Sweeney, are you talking about this one?
Eli Polite says I have some of the rarest woods in the world.
Oh my gosh, Eli, we have to get together. Let's make something out of those woods. G Sweeney, if this is the ones you're talking about, it's what, 11 1/4 by 8? 8 1/4 by 11. 8 1/4 by 11. Oh, this one. Okay, you said the one in my hands and I've been moving too fast. Tell me which color is it? Is it the Paduk? Or is it this one? Have I ever done herringbone? No, I have not yet. There's so many different styles out there and I want to make them. But I'm also like to make things that I don't see a lot either. And this is one of them that I really haven't seen a lot.
Iris wants to know if she missed the measurement explanation.
Oh, who missed the measurement explanation?
That would be Iris Faye, 64.
Iris, okay, if you want to go to my YouTube channel, I posted that live about measuring on my YouTube channel. And that is 2 girls, 1 cut, double T. It's actually on my page here.
The dark one in progress is the one that Sweeney's talking about.
Oh, Sweeney! You're trying to get dibs already, huh? Because there's going to be 2. Because every time I make one board, it yields 2. So this board here is 22 by 14.
Good size.
Yeah, it's a pretty good size board.
CC Mama 1982 says, do you add a juice catch on them?
I don't usually add a juice catch, because already the board, let me explain. So already a board this size of the regular drunken style, not this one, but of this style, this size, 22 by 14 by 1.25 inches thick, is already, to me, kind of an expensive board. It's $250. And that covers my materials and not all of my labor. So to set that up, to do that, I would hate to have to charge you more. If you want to order one and have me put the groove in, totally. But it's probably going to be, a $60 charge. It's all I could imagine that, because I would have to set up a jig to put in this and then do that. Do I run them through a drum sander? Yes.
Kyle says, make sure that you spell it C-U-T-T, not C-U-P, or you will be regretting it.
Yes, Kyle. I don't know, did anybody really regret it? Yes, we all regretted watching
Okay, what are you using for the current board you are making?
Okay, so the current board I'm making, this top one here, the light color wood is maple. The dark color wood is walnut. And then the piece of wood that's just solid color underneath is cherry. So here, we're gonna do the flip flop right now. This won't get to the individual squares just yet, but that's the next step. So what I have to do this evening is glue these 2 back up, because it's what you do. You swap every other one. Oh, see, that just was stuck together so well. I was like, did I not cut that out?
Eli wants to know if you've ever been to the East Coast.
Eli, I have never been to the East Coast. The furthest east I have been was Bryce and Zion Canyon.
You can also say you've never been on an airplane.
Oh yeah, I've never flown. I'm scared. But I also, I grew up in a very small town with not a lot of money. And our family vacations were camping, which I love. All right. So can you guys kind of see how this is going to start out? Oh, they actually look pretty cool on there too.
It's a good experiment. It's fun.
So we're going to do this this way, right? I'm gonna clamp these up tonight. And then tomorrow, we're gonna take these boards, stack them back on top of each other, and do the grooves this way, long ways. So that you're gonna be left with like drunken squares that are two-tone. They have the walnut and the maple. They may have a little bit of both. It's gonna be like chaos in serenity.
Let's see. I don't know why Claudia's asking why, but...
Claudia, come to Cape Cod with your wife. You'll love it. It's all little villages. I'll take you guys out.
All about going.
I'm gonna take you up on that.
Threaten me with that. I've
Sweeney.
been wanting to go to the East Coast.
Seriously, and I thank you very much for your communication on Messenger on here. I really do enjoy talking to you. Interesting. Rail Spike. I will be going live tomorrow as well as I'm building this, just like I am now.
Yep.
Let me get out of the way. But so starting next Tuesday at 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to start having virtual classes right here, teaching you how to use each tool one class at a time. Everything on it, interactive, and we're gonna learn everything. Safety first, and then how to use it. Okay, what do I gotta? I feel like I have a spider web in my hair.
So Kyle says, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a union plumber for 15 years and you completely changed my views. Hold on women in construction. I was brought up old school. Wow.
Who was that, Kyle?
That was Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, thank you very much for that.
Brought a tear to my eye.
Honestly, you're bringing tears to eyes in here.
It's really cool.
That's really awesome because, you know, like, it's been very difficult for us women to break into the trades for lots of reasons. You know, one being that, you know, lots of women are intimidated by a male-dominated industry. Or maybe they wanted to do something else to start off with, and now maybe they wanted to learn this type of stuff. But yeah, I learned from some great guys. I've had some great experiences with all the guys I've worked with or around, and not to say that there hasn't been the occasional jerk, you know what I mean? But I think that my work speaks for itself. So if they have anything to say, they usually shut up after they see my work. So I appreciate guys like you having a mind open enough to realize that we're not taking anything away from you guys by building and doing. We're mostly adding to it, because your honey-do list is going to shrink.
Renee's asking, are those doors?
Renee, no, these are not doors. These are going to be cutting boards. And they're going to actually have this kind of pattern, this checkerboard pattern, but with a little different, like a two-tone pattern on half of them. This is actually kind of exciting for me because I've never made one like this. And then these are like experimental boards. Oh, buddy.
Tracy Tweed says, I wish you could see all the tools I have in my garage. I'm learning how to use.
Tracy, that's awesome you have tools in your garage. Yeah, if you want me to check them out, I'm totally down to check them out. Shoot a video. Send it to me.
Because Renee, I enjoy watching you carpenter. 30 years now, an inspector for the city and a woman.
Who was that?
That's Renee that was asking if those were doors.
Renee, that is awesome. You're an inspector. That way to go. Holding it down for us. All of us women.
Aww.
Every single one. And that's why I really want to be able to do here is, doesn't matter where you're from, what you look like, who you are. You don't have to have any money. If you can tune into tick-tock, you can take these classes. And like I said, these classes are going to be every other Tuesday night, right here, 5:30 to 6:30, and we're going to learn how to use each tool. So if you have projects you want to get done, teaching you how to do the project is going to be a whole lot easier once you know how to use the tools, because then you'll be able to say, okay, how should I put this together? And you know the capabilities of your tools. It's going to make you, it's going to be like a switch that goes off, and you're going to go, oh, just knowing how to use the tools and what they do will in turn help me plan and engineer my projects.
That's awesome. G Sweeney says, you are my all-time favorite TikTok. I'm a woman of my word. You come to Cape Cod and I'll take you everywhere. Oh, that's sweet.
G Sweeney, thank you again. And if I ever do come to Cape Cod, which I've always thought it was a really cool place, just hearing that. I mean, Cape Cod.
Hannah says, women in STEM stand for women in trades. Yay. STEM, S-T-E-M. The man in the wheelchair who does the cutting boards is Keep It Pushing Woodwork. He's on live now as well.
Oh,
Cool.
I've seen his work. Keep It Pushing. He does awesome stuff, and I'm so happy for him that he's able to, even with being in a wheelchair, even that he's able to get his tools set up to where it's easy for him and it works for him. That for me is great. Like,
So Kyle says, I've had a couple women apprentices, kind of stood back, but I'm going to do more to help. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
That's awesome, Kyle.
Yay.
I'm
a fan. Yay.
Yeah.
Good
You
job.
know, Kyle, we need more people in trades.
Alexa, can you teach us how to use a trim router? That tool scares me.
A trim router.
I just forgot.
When you're referring to a trim router, are you referring to a specific router for like laminate trim, or are you just kind of just talking about a router?
Hannah wants to know, is it your full-time job?
Hannah, this was my full-time job until I got offered a position at where I have bought my materials for the last however many years. And so now I do this only reason I'm here is to teach you guys how to do stuff and make things that I want to make. Now I do not do this for a living. I had a lady ask me today, hey, can you bring me over to one of your cutting boards and also give me a bid on this project that she had. And unfortunately, I had to let her down and say that, yes, I could bring the board, but I can't do your projects. Because now that's not my full-time job every day. And I do love to build things, but I'm so much liking more building whatever I want to build.
RH says, we are remodeling the house now and my lady friend watches everything I do to learn.
That's really good. Teach whoever's remodeling their house. Make sure you kind of explain, you guys remember pop-up video? Pop-up video. It doesn't take too much to, while somebody's sitting there or standing there looking at what you're doing, to kind of just say, well, this is the reason I'm doing this. Because even if they didn't ask, they are there to learn. Okay, look at this one.
That's fun.
That's going to be weird, right? It's going to turn into one of the drunken style like
so
this.
What's the next step after that, though?
Okay, so the next step is I'm going to glue these up and then come back in here tomorrow because the glue has to set up for 24 hours. Then what I'm going to do, take them out of clamps, run them through a planer, and then we're going to cut these same types of groovy marks the other way. And then we're going to swap them each the other way, and it's going to form these cool checkers. These drunken checkers.
See, I love the stuff that you're making. I'd hire you for carpentry and or work with you. Let me see what else. Let me see. Cape Cod is beautiful. Let me see. Sorry.
Technical difficulty over here.
Technical difficulties. Eli can't find an apprentice.
Yeah, Eli, I don't doubt that you couldn't find an apprentice for several reasons.
Yes.
It seems like there's not a lot of people interested in spending the time to learn the stuff that it takes. Like if you want to be like really, really good like Eli, it's going to take you a long time to get that good. And people these days just do not have the patience, or maybe they don't have the financial ability to be that patient with learning their skills. You cannot just walk into any trade and just pick it right up. Although some trades are more difficult than others, you know, there's always a learning curve. And you will learn a lot, though, just by walking in the door. Kyle, yeah, instant gratification is. I mean, look how much money we save. Those of us that know how to make and build things, whoever you are out there, you know, if you would have bought it, or in most cases, it's cheaper to make it yourself. Unless it's like something cheap from, you know, another country. Let's just take IKEA. Yeah, you're better off not even going for it.
See, Renee says those would make cool modern doors for a media cabinet.
These would make cool modern doors. I'm actually going to be making some cool stuff because I want to enter it in the fair, the little mid-state fair over here. And one is going to be, I want to make a table with checkerboard, like kind of like this, with the curved legs and everything. It's going to be pretty awesome.
How long have you been doing woodworking?
How long have I been doing woodworking? Since I was about 8, 9 years old. Somebody is asking me about a laser engraver. No, I do not have a laser engraver. And somebody asked about the brand. I have not bought the brand yet. I think a laser engraver might be cool, but then it makes me just, you know, like everybody else that has one. I mean, you can take whatever and print it on it, right? I mean, and this is something you can't just print up. So, although there's been times I'm like, yeah, I should really get one. I'm kind of like, no, let's just keep it old school. You know, I'm old school.
Yep.
Guess my age.
What do you use on the boards to seal it?
What do I seal with the boards with is, the first thing that I use is this. Howard's cutting board oil, a few coats of that, letting it seep in really well. Oh, Halo Kitty, you're so nice. But I'm older than that. And then when that's all done, I use this. It's made here locally where I'm at, Paso Robles, California. I'm not in Paso Robles, but it's like 10 minutes from here.
And what glue are you going to be using?
What glue? And the glue that I use is the Titebond 3. It's waterproof. The regular glue that I use is a Titebond 2, and it has a blue and yellow label, but I do not use that for cutting boards because there's going to be subjected to moisture and things like that. So, no. Kyle, you're lying, 23.
No Elmer's, right?
Yeah, this is not Elmer's. Don't go buy some DAP glue. Just get Trouble and Pup. Not to 50 yet, but good try. Seen a board at Home Goods recently, 150. Your boards are superior, no comparison, full stop. Thanks, Sweeney. I appreciate that. And the only reason I don't sell these things for more is because I'm cheap. I didn't want to pay that.
Flax is 60.
60?
Yes.
Hey.
I think they also ask boy or girl too, so I don't know.
Oh, does somebody have a problem with their eyesight?
I think so.
Lax is my life, 55. No, I'm not 60. And if you were asking, I am a girl.
Oh, wait, no. Yep, it was Lax is my life.
Obviously, you don't know how to tell. Scrap wood? Any recommendation on where to get scrap wood to use? It depends. Go buy a place where they cut stuff up, like a mill or a cabinet shop, or maybe a construction zone, or if you want. See, you all already know my age over here. Yes, I am. I'm 46, but I'll be 47 in May. So you're good. You guys are close. Kyle, that's hilarious. Yeah, I know what you mean. I kind of edit myself as well. Sometimes when I skip over my words, I'm editing out the vulgarity. Woof, my human. Yeah, I'm not 50 yet. Yeah, side of the road. Somebody said that. Look for free pallets too, if you want. I mean, that's free wood. You can find them damn near anywhere. What do you want, buddy?
G Sweeney wants to know if you're a cheap date.
Am I a cheap date? Well,
not as much as I am.
I have to think about that. Well, I don't really drink anymore. But you better have something good to smoke. That's all I gotta say.
Holly, my mother was the 18th.
Oh, I'm a May the 4th be with you.
Yep, you're a Jedi.
I was born on Luke Skywalker Day. All right, so we're gonna glue this board up. I actually have to move it because this is a weird way for me to glue it up.
Have you ever been attacked by yellow jackets when foraging for wood?
No, I've never been attacked by yellow jackets at all, but I also haven't foraged for wood. So,
Mushrooms, but not wood.
So Renee, some of the pallets that they send things on depends on what company it's from. Some of them send hardwood pallets, and it's not that just cheap crap. You really have to take a look at them. I can't remember what a friend of mine told me they always come from. Black walnut.
G. Sweeney says that I have great smoke with great in capital letters.
G. Sweeney, me too.
Let's see, Holly. My fiance and I do a lot of pallet projects. I just started working with live edge wood.
Oh, that's really cool. You guys are working with pallets and stuff like that. So the things that I made out of pallets, that's really cool. You guys are working with pallets and stuff like that. So the things that I made out of pallets weren't small crafts at all. They were a big shed with windows in it and a roof, and probably about a 150-foot wall. Those were just, to me, they were just a cheap way to build a bunch of stuff that I needed.
Kyle says, I've got 4 kids and 3 of mine are born on May 23rd.
How did you pull that off, Kyle?
Strategy.
You saved the day.
Halo Kitty says, yay, clamps.
Yay!
My favorite. Aren't the pallets treated?
What?
Aren't the pallets treated?
Depends on the pallet.
Is this your shop?
This is my shop. Yes.
Let me.
This is where the magic happens.
I get solid oak pallets with my granite delivery.
Oh, see, there you go. There you guys go.
There you go.
Free wood. Go check out the granite place. They got
Counter people.
yeah. Hit up your local countertop person because yeah, usually stuff like that that's like heavy, right, is going to be on a nice hardwood pallet because those woods just can't hold up.
I think Kyle was giving us I can't even think of it. It's like a riddle because he had twins. Remember, how do you do 3 out of the 4? Right?
Kyle,
the
you're
youngest
hilarious.
was born 9 years after them on the 23rd with a C-section. Yikes. No C-sections.
Well, hats off to your wife.
What square foot is your shop?
My shop is 1,500 square feet.
You have pretty eyes.
Oh, thank you.
They're pretty.
Well, the better to see you with, my dear.
Let me see. I think Bruins 1987 said they had the good pallets.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
he throws them all the way in the dumpster.
You guys throw them all the way in the dumpster. I know, because pallets they can just overtake your place, especially if that's what you're doing is getting shipments in them all the time. Like, where I work, there are like 16-foot long pallets, and I've got my eye out for the good wood, but I haven't seen any yet. It's just what we have is just not as heavy as like granite would be, to where you're going to get a nice hardwood pallet. And if you don't know what, maybe there's some of you out there going, what do you mean hardwood? Isn't all wood hard? Yes, to some degree. It actually is rated on a hardness scale, to where like pine would be, some types of pine would be a softer wood versus like a hardwood like maple, walnut, things like that. And they vary on the hardness scale a lot. So if you want to know more about that, look it up.
Renee says, nice shop, what a dream. Auntie Batty says, hey sis, can't wait to get one.
Auntie Batty, how you doing? We still need to go up there to, if we go up to Oakland
That's it.
for food, you're getting aboard. Hope you're ready.
Kyle says, I'm envious of your talent.
Oh, thanks, Kyle. But I'm here to teach you. So, I mean, and I just learned. I don't have like a woodworking gene to my knowledge. I've been doing the ancestry. Well, the lovely assistant of mine has been doing the ancestry research. And I want to know, like, why do I just have this focus on building things? I'd like to know who it was in my line, in my lineage, that was a builder.
We have an Hola from Ecuador.
Hola, Ecuador. How you doing over there?
That's cool. I think that's our first Ecuador.
It's so great to see people from other places come on here. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate that you guys are even tuned in.
Mandark says, got something to do with the pores or something. Probably with the hardwood.
Okay, so got to do with something with the pores or something is sort of the question. So the hardness scale, what determines things are hardness is the level of moisture and how dense that they are. Well, mainly how dense they are, because you could have walnut that has not been seasoned yet or dried out in a kiln. It's more like kiln dried material. If you buy a 2x4, let's say, at your local box store, it's not going to be a hardwood. It's not going to be something you want to build any type of furniture or things like that out of. Like the type of 2x4s you buy over at the depot are not furniture quality.
I hate to interrupt real quick, but say goodnight to Kyle because he's got to get his kids to bed. It was great talking to you.
Hey, Kyle, thank you for stopping by. We'll be here again. Please tune in when you can. And good luck. Again, thank you. Good luck with getting those kids to bed. And thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate your time. All right.
Let me see. Oh, got a glimpse of me there. Sorry.
Oh. The mysterious.
Yes. Let me see. I'm looking, I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? We do need to put on our subtitles.
Oh, we don't have the subtitles on?
No,
I'm sorry.
we don't. And that's necessary in her line of work.
I will make sure I put the subtitles on my next live. I don't know if I can put them on right now.
Eli says, softwoods have needles, hardwoods have leaves. Technically.
Coniferous, deciduous. Yes.
Woodworkers here are wonderful. Having our furniture made, you are very talented.
Thank you so much.
I like metal and wood married together. That's...
And Holly Budka, yes, that is definitely reggae music you hear.
Yeah, someone asked what was your favorite music?
My favorite music is probably reggae. The types of music that I like, a lot. You know me, I'm what am I, Gen Z?
You're
Gen X. I'm way too old for that Gen Z stuff. So Gen X, right? So I grew up with, Snoop Dogg, gangster rap, and I also had a lot of classic rock and old school and funk.
And you grew up in Guadalupe.
I grew up in Guadalupe, California, and what we used to listen to was things like the Manhattans, the Delphonics, Sly Slick and Wicked, things like that. And then it kind of, morphed into kind of more like when the Chronic dropped, when that album dropped. That was what, freshman year?
Shocked us all.
Shocked us all.
Yes, it did.
The riots were going on with the whole Rodney King beating and things like that. And, everybody was pissed. Or, I should say, if you were on the right side of history, you were pissed.
We have a hi from Indiana.
Hello, Indiana.
Holly must be a stick fan because she said stick figure.
Love stick figure, but
favorite.
But my absolute favorite reggae singer is Bob Marley and then Mike Love. If you all have not heard of Mike Love or have not listened to him, you need to do yourself the favor and watch his concert. It's like a 2-hour concert. I listen to it all the time. And it's called Mike Love at Home in Hawaii. He's actually coming here to San Luis Obispo
with Stephen Marley
on the 18th. And we have tickets and we're going to go. And I really wanted to make him something, you know, like, I don't know, just here, have some of my art. You're awesome, you know, but I haven't figured it out yet.
G. Sweeney says good night.
Good night, G. Sweeney. It's good to see you here.
Auntie Batty, throw it up, you know, Gen X, yep. Halo Kitty, have you ever made a raft or canoe to escape Yellow Jackets? Yellow Jacket attacks while foraging for wood.
No, I have not.
What are you making?
But I would. Right now I am making these drunken cutting boards.
Hello from Ohio.
But this is going to be the most different drunken cutting board I've made yet. If you don't know what a drunken cutting board is, give me a second or look on my page and you'll see me with all these boards that have these not square checkers on them.
Gen X all day, woohoo!
Gen X all day, right? And there's so many things. I heard this morning that, oh my God. I heard this morning that the Gen Zers are upset because Bonnie Raitt won whatever she won last night.
At the Grammys.
Yeah. And this is why
we can't have nice things.
This is exactly why we can't have nice things. Y'all don't even know who Bonnie Raitt is. Like, my God, people.
What type of plywood would you use to make a Murphy bed that you're going to paint?
Type of plywood I'd use to make a Murphy bed, probably a unfinished 3/4 birch plywood with a veneer core.
There you go. Yes, we are the same, says Auntie Batty. Holly says the movement. Well, another
movement,
one.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
The movement is awesome too. Oh, what happened, buddy? Here, I gotta pick him up. So the movement is awesome too. We actually had a concert. We paid $20 a ticket for this concert in San Luis Obispo, like a month before the pandemic started.
No, it was Valentine's Day, so it was literally.
Oh, it was Valentine's Day, so it was like right there, right?
Yep.
We were like, oh yeah, let's go see the movement. We were like, we don't even know who these other guys are that are playing with them, and it was Josh Heinrichs.
Awesome.
I was like, why is the music starting? Why is the stagehand still out here? And he started singing. I was like, holy shit! Like, this guy can sing. You guys got to check him out. Josh Heinrichs.
Yep. And then who else came out?
And then also who was there was a band called Indubious. They're two brothers, and these guys are phenomenal as well. That was like the best.
That was a great show.
That was the best $20 ever spent in my life.
A great show. What are you making?
Right now I am making a different type of this kind of board. It's still going to have the squares, but the squares are going to be two-tone, and then there's going to be cherry. So I've been making different types here. All kinds of different.
Union Man says, you're the best from Maryland.
Hey, Union Man. Thank you so much.
Bonnie Raitt is a legend.
Right? Bonnie Raitt is a legend. If you know a Gen Zer that does not know Bonnie Raitt, we need to talk to you.
Who is Bonnie Raitt, LOL?
Not funny.
You don't seem to have much Yellow Jacket experience. Good night, Kyle.
Kyle, are you out? Thanks for being here.
If anybody watches Housewives, that's hilarious, by the way.
What, good night, Kyle?
Yes, but it's a long story.
Oh, I don't watch Housewives.
But it's a Housewives thing, and it's hilarious. Let me see. And for paint, I would recommend Sherwin-Williams Emerald. It cures rock hard and won't chip. That was from Two Beautifuls. I think that had to do with the Murphy bed.
With the Murphy bed?
Yes. Bonnie Raitt is a legend. I have to go in a minute. I'm serious about a trade. That was Eli.
Eli, I'm serious about a trade too. We can work that out. Totally work that out. Hopefully it works out to where I can come over that way to where you're located, Texas, right?
No, who?
Eli. I think he said in text. Anyway, hopefully it works out to where I can just come to where you're at some point, because I've got a lot of, a bit more flexibility with what I'm doing now. So that could be a possibility.
I really enjoy your content and creativity, ASMR.
Oh, thank you, ASMR.
Let's give them something to talk about.
We gave them something to talk about. That's why all these Gen Zers are pissed off at us, because we already ruined it for them. We did everything. We already know what they're going to do. We're like, well, we know your bullshit.
How long does the board sit to dry?
This board takes, the glue has to dry for 24 hours.
Halo wants to know if your lovely assistant ever does woodworking.
My lovely assistant does woodworking on occasion.
I have project ideas.
She's got a ton of ideas and a Starbucks habit. So she's like, okay, I'm going to build that. I'll be right back. And when she comes back, I've already got it done. So, but she does throw her hat in the ring to help. She's helped me install plenty of jobs. She's been up on a tall ladder holding faux beams that I made above her head.
That's enough.
You know, fun OSHA stuff.
Yeah, that's fun. Let me see. Give me something to talk about, Jerry says. Eli says, Delaware. I may be in California this year.
Ooh,
if
that's
cool.
The
case, we'll do a meetup. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Good night from Arkansas. Y'all be back at 5 Pacific time tomorrow for this second half. So we'll be back tomorrow?
Yeah, we will be back tomorrow.
Let's do 5:30.
5:30.
Let's do 5:30.
I found that I am running in this door if there's any traffic trying to make the 5 o'clock time slot. So we will be doing this tomorrow too. And if you tuned in and you didn't hear me tell you guys about how every other Tuesday, starting next Tuesday, we're going to do a 1 hour class on one tool at a time, like a drill or a skill saw or whatever the tool is. So that way you guys can ask questions and we can get you guys learning how to use these tools. That way you can use them on your own.
Eli says Delaware, and it reminded me of Wayne's World when they were talking like, look at me, I'm in Delaware.
Shaw. Right?
2 girls, 1 cut. I love it. You guys are a killer vibe. Oh, thank you.
Who said that?
That would be...
Sorry, guys. The battery was dying.
Why don't the edges line up?
Here? Well, the edges don't line up because they don't really have to. I'm still going to cut the board. I usually do that after the first pass. Just the first flip-flop like this. That way I can make sure that everything is perfectly straight.
Can you do a maroon and light brown combo trying to do a Texas A&M theme? I like it.
Oh, yeah, I can do any combo that you want.
Way too much pressure on the clamps. Clamp down.
Way too much pressure on the clamps, huh? So can you tell me how many pounds per square inch I was using?
Let me see. You two remind me of my sis and her wife, except they don't do woodwork. Oh, they must be great people. Lots of fun.
Instant friends.
Instant friends. Let me see.
So, yeah, when you tighten clamps, you want to make sure that there's plenty of squeeze out happening. If you're not tightening your clamps to where there is squeeze out happening, then they're not tightening.
Hello, beautiful friends from Deb Handmade Field of Dreams.
Deb! How you doing, Deb? Where you been?
Delaware. I love it. More Wayne's World. More like an gun wrap.
To necessitate gun wrap.
So Brian says Purple Heart would be awesome for it.
Yes, we were talking about Purple Heart just a minute ago. And how expensive it was and this and that. But yes, it would be beautiful. I just got to get my hands on some more.
And you do work for a hardwood company.
Yeah. Yeah, our company is not able to, or hasn't seen any. Yeah. Yeah, our company is not able to, or hasn't seen any come through in quite some time.
So in reference to, because Gen X isn't going to let anybody get away with anything, because we already did it all.
Yeah, we already ruined it.
And Two Beautifuls said, "You're not lying. My kids aren't going to get away with anything."
Oh yeah, your kids ain't gonna get away with nothing. Like, our parents didn't know what we were doing, right? Because we were out doing it. And they were just like, be home on time for dinner.
So Rail Spike 27 from Texas, we talked earlier.
Yeah.
Says try purple and yellow heart. That would be awesome. I agree. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun. Oh my goodness, who's singing right now? Whew.
It's getting cold in here. I gotta hurry up and glue up these damn boards. It's like 55 degrees. I do have a heater, but it's not that serious. We're all acting like it's cold and it's 50 degrees, and some of y'all are out there and like 10 degrees.
No.
Negative 20, like what?
Up in I think it was the Vermont, like in the Northeast, they had record like negative 120, something like that.
120.
Yeah, no, negative 120. Yes.
Negative 120.
No, 102.
Okay.
I
was gonna say that's like.
You have me in here past dinner.
That's okay. We're Gen X. We can't remember shit. But we're mad at everything, right?
We're the greatest generation ever.
Greatest
says
generation.
Brian.
Yes,
we are. Would work hard for a hardwood company. You know what? Halo Kitty's having a good night tonight.
Halo Kitty is. What are you drinking? We are really loving it.
We're intrigued.
Yes. So now I stopped building because I was offered a job at the hardwood company that I have bought my supplies for cabinet making and any kind of finished carpentry for the last almost 20 years. So now I do that. I don't have to have my shop packed with everybody else's projects with no room, no time, and no energy to do my own. I mean, it is a physical job, and building everything, lifting everything, all that kind of stuff really does take its toll. And
go ahead.
And if there was anybody to really, young to teach this kind of stuff to that was wanting to learn that would have been great. But you just really can't find anybody that wants to learn a trade these days.
Rail Spike made some coasters with yellow and purple. Yellow and purple heartwood. That's
really cool. Railroad Spike.
So Laker fan?
Because that's my Laker colors right there.
Oh, and OG Purple Catfish says that was the wind chill on Mount Washington. Wow. Still, that's really
Are
cold.
we talking 102 or 100 negative?
Negative. I don't know.
My God, that's just too damn cold.
It's just cold. Connecticut had -2 about a week ago.
That's ridiculous. How do you people live in these places?
The wind chill was -18. I'm just drinking it all in. Had some Merlot earlier.
Yeah. Well, I am in wine country, so it's perfect that you're drinking Merlot. Halo Kitty.
No, not a Lakers fan.
Aw.
He's in Texas, though, so let's guess what kind.
Oh, Mavericks?
Probably. Or San Antonio.
Oh, the Spurs. I wasn't laughing at the Spurs. I'm laughing because I couldn't remember anybody from there.
Kenny is up, says nice pipe clamps.
Oh, thank you.
Clamps are her favorite, especially if she finds them. Wait, okay. Houston for basketball or Houston for baseball?
Oh, yeah. Okay, who said Houston? Because we're talking about...
Rail Spike.
We're talking about...
Basketball.
Basketball, right? I mean, like...
No,
you're not a fan of those cheaters, the Astros, are you?
No, Houston Rockets. So we're good.
Oh, okay, Rockets. Good.
Good.
See, I knew you were better than that.
People are jealous of your clamps.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of clamps. Okay.
It's Halo Kitty, you know that.
Halo Kitty, look at all those clamps I got.
The Jorgensen clamps?
Jorgensen clamps, yeah. What I paid for those clamps was a steal. But that's what happens when people don't want to do what their grandparents or their parents used to do anymore, and they get rid of all their stuff when they pass away. And luckily, this man's tools that I bought are going to good use, keeping his memory alive.
Can never have too many.
No, you can't ever have too many clamps. I've got pipe clamps. I've probably got 40 or 50 pipe clamps. And then I have bar clamps. I've got C clamps.
Yeah.
I've got the Jorgensen clamps.
You've got little mini clamps.
Hell, I've even got nipple clamps. No, I don't, but you know what I mean.
Katie Olson says hi from Canada.
Canada, yeah. Hello, Katie.
Rail Spike, we're going to be done talking about baseball right now.
Oh.
And you're living in a delusion. We're done talking about it.
Whew. What happened?
Well, he says yes, the Astros all the way, and they didn't cheat. I'm done talking about this.
Yeah, okay. You might think that they didn't cheat, but we were there. And who wrote the book?
I haven't. The book's coming out.
Okay, so there's a book coming out too of somebody that was on the inside that says Korea.
No, flat out. Yeah. Anyway.
Says that.
Yeah, we stole.
He straight up said, yeah, we stole that. We
from
stole
the Dodgers.
That.
But that's okay because they stole games from a lot of players. But we're not going to go there right now.
Anyway,
talking about it.
Okay.
I have feelings. Oh, all right.
Yeah. No. Best believe, yeah, they stole it.
I go from as long as you're not a Giants fan to as long as you're not an Astros fan, real quick.
But now we don't even mind Giants fans because we got the Astros to deal with.
Yeah.
But we can still be friends anyways. We can all have a difference of opinion.
No, we can't.
And still get along. Facts are facts.
I made a trash. Okay, I'm done. It pains me. I wasn't able to save my granddad's tools. Yeah. If anybody has a grandpa or a ma that passed and wants to sell at auction, please let me know. That's Hello Kitty. I live in the now and not the yesterday.
Is that for Rail Spike?
I can't even. I thought we were going to be friends, Rail Spike, but I guess we're not. It's okay, though. It's okay. You can be wrong. It's fine. So what type of glue did you use?
What?
Breathe in, breathe out. And don't use clamps on people. You know what?
Spraba.
Thank you, Chippy Laugh. Kenny is up, asked what kind of glue did you use?
So what kind of glue I use is this right here. Type Bond Type 3. It is waterproof.
Yep, there we go. Wow, please tell her that she is talented.
Who?
That's you.
Who's talented?
I'm not. You are.
Thanks.
Yes, friends can still make fun. It's not fun. Cheating is not fun. Not fun for anybody.
You're poking the bear over here.
Don't get me started on that. There's a lot of...
So we are obviously lifetime Dodger fans. And we were there.
Fans in general.
We were there.
I feel bad for the Red Sox.
We were there. No, and who was it? What is his name? Our pitcher that threw it also?
Well, Hugh Darvish, but...
We've been stolen from.
Okay, we're not going to talk about it anymore. Oh, do you have a dust collection system? Great question. Thank you for asking. Taking it off this.
Yes, I do have a dust collection system. I have two. One I bought at Harbor Freight. It is a...
Oh, God.
It is one of these guys. Look. Can you see it back there? It is right here. I don't know if you can see it. Right. Oh. No, you can't really see it that well. I'll show you my other one. Its bags are down. That's it right there. Its bags are down, and you see there's sawdust. The bottom bags are all the way full. I need to empty those things. So when this comes on, these things puff up real tall. See the indent on the wall? And they collect a lot of dust. I have it hooked up to my table saw, and I have a connection for my planer and my, oh geez, what the hell is it called? My shaper.
Yeah, it's getting late for you.
Yeah. So I'm going to glue up this other board, you guys, and let you guys go. Otherwise, I'm never going to get home and eat dinner. But tomorrow, we're going to do the second step of this, where you'll actually see the squares appear. And then don't forget, I'm going to start putting it on my calendar on my page that starting next Tuesday night at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is going to be Tools Day. that means a Tuesday that we learn about tools, okay? So make sure to join us if you like.
And we'll put out a reminder.
You got to be reminding me.
Yes. We'll put out a reminder and anything what it will be about. So they...
Yeah, and we're going to name the tool on the live, on the calendared event section so that you know, oh, we're going to learn about a skill saw or a drill or whatever. And you guys try to tune in, because if you have any questions, that's the time to get your questions answered. Besides messaging me or emailing me, which you're always free to do.
We've been getting some really cool emails.
And then, I do appreciate getting all these emails from you guys. Everybody is really cool. And Kona appreciates them too. Come on, buddy.
Let me see here. Any good advice for interviews?
Interviews?
Yeah, like to be honest.
Whoever asks good advice on interviews, like a job interview, or what kind of interview are we talking? Interview with a vampire?
Interview with a vampire. Deb Handmade Field of Dreams says, hello, beautiful friends.
Hello, Deb.
Holly says, I cannot wait to see you guys again, and I need to see the face with the mouth of the wife. No, it's okay. I'm a mystery.
See, that's why. Okay, so she may not ever show herself.
I'm a mystery.
She likes to be in the shadows.
She
likes to lurk.
I'm a watcher.
But there are the off times where she walks past the camera, forgetting that we're on camera, and that's when you need to catch a glimpse of her.
Oh, hey, Silent Observer.
Silent Observer, hey.
Said, hey, ladies.
How you doing?
You. And Chippy Laugh says, hello, Kona. Kona. So, well, we love being here, and this is a lot of fun, and we'll be here tomorrow at 5:30 Pacific, 9:30 on the East Coast. No, 5, 6, 7. Oh, sorry, 8:30. It's late.
8:30 East Coast.
It's late, and I gotta go make dinner.
5:30 Left Coast, or Best Coast, as it's more commonly referred to.
Kenny says job interview.
Job interview. What are you interviewing for, Kenny? I've had lots of jobs in my life. It's definitely for any interview. It's always good to try to not be nervous and come in prepared. Know what some things that would ask you. Like if you're gonna go for a trucking company, you want to already have some knowledge of like, okay, like this is what this might entail, right? You're not going to think that if you're going like for a trucking company job that you're going to be doing like woodworking, right? Like know a little bit about what you got going on. All right, I got to get my clamps.
Okay, so
do you have a specific?
See. Silent Observer, I've been waiting patiently for you guys to go live. Sorry, what time tomorrow?
Silent Observer, tomorrow we'll be here at 5:30 to 6:30 Pacific time. And it's been since what? We went live last weekend. Wasn't it last weekend?
It was last Tuesday.
We went live last Tuesday, and it seems like, well, for me it's like after work, right? And for most of you too. So it's kind of hard for me to. It was kind of hard for me to do those. That's why I was like, well, we'll just do them on the weekend. But it seems like everybody's busy on the weekend, and I want to make sure that we do this at a convenient time. So Tuesday seems to be the consensus of a time where most people are available to watch.
Kenny Zup says thank you. Mill weights for welding. I don't know. Mill rights.
Mill rights for welding.
So Prairie Bell says, I interviewed last week, was fidgeting so much I broke my pen and made my thumb bleed. But they didn't even notice and I got the job. So just be confident. Well,
there you go. Confidence, even if you're not confident, you gotta have to find something that relaxes you. And laughing is a really easy way to relax you. I mean, if you're going into the job interview and you just really need to laugh, if you can pull off a quick fart, that cracks me up, right?
Yes. Rail Spike says, bye-bye. See you guys tomorrow.
See you
Bye,
later,
Rail
Rail
Spike.
Spike. Thanks for showing up.
Yes, thank you. Prairie says that's great advice. Kenny says thank you to Prairie Belle. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys for being here. We'll see you again tomorrow night here at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Okay, bye-bye.
I can't see it.
It's right here.
You're still there.
Listen to a pump-up song.
Oh, you're still live.
Am I still live? I'm still live.